Hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, consider subscribing, liking the video, the bell. Just some things that help the YouTube algorithm. If you're wondering what it is I do around here, neither do I, so we're kind of on the same page there. Basically, I'm just trying a bunch of things out and seeing what works and just doing things that's fun because I'm way too small to get paid for this yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing this for fun. So yeah, please subscribe. I'm close to 100 subscribers, so that'll be fun, reaching that milestone. I know it's kind of a small milestone, but it's big for me, who's never had 100 subscribers before. Today, I will be reacting to Polaris's new album, Fatalism. Now, let me give you a bit of a background on my music tastes and like what I like, basically. I like everything. If it's music and it's good, I like it. Now, I've been a little bit bored of metalcore lately, and I've been kind of listening to a bunch of other different stuff, trying to find some stuff out. I know Polaris, I think I know like one of their songs. I know Lucid because of the breakdown in that song that I've seen like memed in a couple places, but that's like the only Polaris song I know. I've never listened to a full one of their albums. I really don't even know what their sound is like. I'm assuming just from my past experience with like this genre and what I've seen in groups and posts and whatever, I'm assuming they're kind of lumped into the same boat as like Currents and like that sort of sphere, I'm guessing. But yeah, I've never really heard one of their songs all the way through, much less a whole album. So this will be interesting. I figured I'd start with the new one because a lot of people are saying it's really, really good and possibly album of the year for a lot of people. Now, my album of the year isn't even metal. It's cottagecore album Metal in May to Exist With You, which I did an album analysis of a few weeks back. So go watch that video if you're interested. But so basically what I'm doing with this type of React content is just to kind of spread my view on music and where I'm coming from as a professional musician and someone who's studied music and hasn't written a bunch of my own stuff, but I love to see patterns in music, especially like I have favorite chord progressions and like favorite elements of songs that if an album does, I'm like, I'm sold immediately. Like if a song like transitions really cleanly into the next song, I love when Viljarta does that. Speaking of which, got the Viljarta merch. I love when Spiritbox does that. Eternal Blue has a lot of really good album transition fades like in between songs, especially the first couple songs in that album. Man, that's such a good album. But I like everything, just to give you kind of an idea of where I'm at. Some of my favorite bands are Viljarta, Sleep Token. I love them because of their sound. They write amazing melodies. It's mostly the melodies. Like if a band has a good melody, I'm sold. Sleep Token, like I haven't come across a melody of theirs that's bad yet, so it's amazing. I really like the blending of their genres, but I could care less about genre blending as long as you just write a good melody. Like whatever the genre is, I don't care. Melodies, chord progressions, that's what really gets me. I don't know. I'm much more into the feel of music, and I get that from the melodies and the chord progressions and the actual notes themselves. I'm very much like, I'm thinking, like my head works in a way where I'm thinking a lot about the notes and the chords, and if they hit one of the check boxes that makes me love it, I just love it. That's what it is. So I'm not biased towards or against any particular genre or style of music or any of the million subgenres of metalcore. If I like it, I like it. So my tastes are kind of all over the place in that regard. Some other bands I like, Spiritbox, I mentioned them. Fit for a King, they got some good bangers. They kind of been falling off a little bit recently, but their old stuff is really good. They were one of the bands that really got me into the heavier side of music. I also really like Silent Planet. They're one of the bands that I kind of lump into the same sphere as Fit for a King, like that kind of style. Although lyric-wise, I think Silent Planet does write some better stuff than Fit for a King, but Fit for a King has some better songs. I feel like Fit for a King, a lot of their older songs, like Bitter End, even some of the newer ones, like Shattered Glass, like those songs I think are better than any of the songs, like music-wise, better than any of the songs that Silent Planet has put out. Silent Planet is king of lyricism, though. I also really like heavy stuff, Viljarta. Obviously, I've got both Mastodon albums up on my wall. I'm going to do like a big analysis video of the Mastodon albums one day, so that'll be fun. I also really, really, really like anything that Buster does, mainly like Humanity's Last Breath, any of the stuff he produces. I think he produced Alt, he did Atlas. Atlas has an amazing album. Uko, which is, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I think it is, but their Uko album is one of the best albums released in 2021, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it came out the same year Mustad and Nervaten came out, but I didn't hear it until 2022. Anyway, that's kind of like a little bit of my metal tastes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll answer. Maybe one of these days I'll do a Q&A, but I don't feel like I have a big enough audience for that yet, so not enough people are going to care. But if you want more gaming content, I do that. If you want more React content, I'm definitely going to do more of that. So let's just jump into it. We got Polaris album Fatalism. Came out, when was it? A few months ago, I think. Oh, September 1st, just over a month ago. Okay, all right. Well, let's jump into this. First track, Harbinger. I'm excited. Mostly to hear more what these guys sound like. Okay, off to a good start already. I love me some ambience. Ooh, let me turn this up. It's probably gonna be too loud, but I'm turning it up anyway. Let's see. I'm excited. If they have good melodies, good chorus melodies, ooh. If they have transitions, I'm sold. Ooh. Okay. Gotta adjust my chair, hang on. I really like this melody. Oh! I like that little synth thing. Okay, okay, it's building. Love this. I'm turning it up. This is a good melody. I'm already sold. This is good. I've been a little bored of metalcore, as I was saying, so I hope Polaris can change my mind. We'll see. Oh! Nice! Turn this up. Ooh, little triplets. Nice. Ah, let's go. This is a really good melody. I'm glad they're sticking with it. If you see me looking over my shoulder, I'm checking on the dog because she's like chilling right outside the door. Ooh, those like high-pitched screams, I love that. Ooh, yes! Dude, this song built perfectly. Oh, that's good. Oh, nope, still slow, still slow. I was anticipating a double time. Still half time. Oh, man. Are we getting a transition? No way. Don't do this. Oh! I love it! I'm sold already. This is awesome. Woohoo! Dude, that's a good riff. That's a really good riff. I'll explain why later. Let me keep notes of this. Woo! I'm taking notes over here. That's why I'm like looking here. Oh, there's the chorus. Nice. Okay, pretty decent chorus. Not as good as Harbinger. Ooh. Repeating this part again. All right, cool, nice. Really good switch up in the drums. Nice. I love the speed changes. Ooh. Is that a change to the melody? Is that different from the first chorus? Chorus extension. I love it. All right, breakdown. Nice, classic song structure. Ooh, the bends, I love it. I love the bendies. I'm a sucker for some good bendies, man. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Back to the chorus. No, a little breakdown extension, okay. Oh, I love triplets. Yep, back to, all right, yep. Breakdown, quiet down, go into the chorus again, classic song structure, okay. Pretty solid song. This is the second most played song on the album, by the way. Okay, nice. Nice introduction into the first song. I'll give my thoughts on each song at the end, but I'm taking notes here. Ooh! Dude, I love those. Nice. Wait, what's happening with the time? Are we still in 4/4? Oh! That's a good riff. Ooh, major, whoa! This is good. Dude, he sounds pissed. This is a really good song structure. Like the verses feel very different. Very different. No. Oh! Whoa! Sometimes I just make some noises and I listen to them when I'm editing and I'm like, why did I do that? I think that was one of those. Ooh, dude, this breakdown is really, really good. Wow. This is a good one. Probably my favorite song out of the three. Ooh, dude, those drums. Let's go. Yes, I did it again! Dude, best song so far. That's top. So far it's Parasites, Harbinger, Nightmare. That's my ranking of the three we got so far. Overflow. Cool electronic intro. All right, chill first verse. All right, nice vibey little beginning part. Oh, melody switch up. This is a good melody. I like this one. Yo! Good chorus, good chorus. I'm excited for the second one because they're probably going to extend it. So I just want to hear more of that. This has some really, really good melodies. Ooh. Nice, back into this part. We're gonna get an extension or a breakdown. Kind of an extension bridge part. Wow. My glasses are being weird, sorry. That's good, dude. Wow. This is a good bridge part. It's not quite a breakdown, but it's really, it's different. I like different. Back into the slow parts. Wow, dude, this song is really, really good with the structure. This is the best song structure so far. It's unpredictable, just like Parasite. That's a good chorus. Is that it? Nice. Nice. The chorus didn't overstay its welcome either. Good. It felt like it was constantly switching up. Very good song structure. Very good way to take a familiar song structure and switch it up a bit. With regards. Is this going to be the emo song of the album? Yeah. Alright, yeah, this is one of those, like those guitars, that riff, this is one of those riffs that I'm not quite the biggest fan of. But they're selling me with these chords, my goodness. I don't like the overly tappy stuff, where it's like too, like all over the place. Like, write something memorable, guys, come on. Alright, maybe it's a bit harsh. Oh, that's a good melody right there. All right, looking forward to the chorus extension on the second time around. Woo! Ooh. Alright, I love that part. This chorus sold me. That's a good melody. Simple but very effective. That's what bands like Sleepco can do best. Simple and very effective melodies. Ooh. This sounds like old A Day to Remember, the guitar. That like chuggy part right there. Breakdown? No, okay. Alright, we got like a tom build-up. Bit slower. Not slower, but like halftime. These lyrics are hitting too. Classic final chorus structure. Dude, that's a good chorus melody switch up. Oh, I was hoping he'd go back up. Nice. Great chorus. Not so much of a fan of the tappy riffs and stuff in the verses, but the chorus was great. Really, really good. Still think Overflow is the best chorus so far. All right, we're about halfway through the album. Okay. Yo! This is super bouncy, I love it. Ooh, bring it down a bit? Okay. Ooh, the cymbal on the offbeats. I like that. Most played song on the album, by the way. Pretty groovy. Ooh. Yeah. I'm not sold on this chorus though. The background stuff is really good, but the vocals, I don't think you should have tried to sing there. The I don't know. It's just not hitting for me. Nice guitar solo. That's different. Cool. What in the darko is that? Okay, bring it down. Where is this going? Breakdown? We going into something here? Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, chorus. Nice. I would like that song better if you didn't have any notes in the vocals during the chorus. That would have been better just like straight heavy throughout, no notes in the vocals. But that's just me. The Crossfire. Sorry, forgot to write that down. I'm kind of like forgetting to take notes. Also, Word is glitching out for some reason. Ooh. Nope, not there. Wow, they're making you wait for it. There it is. Ooh. I like these tappies. Oh, these are less tappies and more just some good melody stuff. I mean, it is tappies, but you get whatever. I'll talk about it later. Oh, nice. Sick. Okay, build up. Oh, I like this chorus. Ooh, that's a good chorus, dude. Wow, that's a good chorus.
How dare you ask me to stand alone against this onslaught, the oncoming hordes. When I am lost, as history repeats, only bloodshed, a symphony of restless souls. The mind's eye is a tableau. We lie on God, never God, and the godfather.
Oh! This is good. Nice, dude. Okay, I really like this guitar part. That guitar part's really good. Here comes that great chorus again. It started boring, like that part was like okay, and then it got really better, like with the way that it builds on that. This part is great. Oh. What a chord progression. I love that. That's probably better than Overflow, chorus-wise. Maybe. I don't know. Recency bias, you know? Really good song. Really good song. All right, 4 more songs. Dissipate. Good drum pattern. Not sure about this guitar part though. I'm getting some angry Polaris fanboys in my comments or something. I don't know. At least they're not as bad as Invent Animate fans. I kid. Partly. Yeah, that riff feels very Currents-like. I would put them in the same boat as, like, Currents. I'm trying to think of other bands in that boat, but I can't right now. I like Currents, but they're not one of my favorite bands. Okay, bit of a boring chorus, but good drumming. That drum pattern reminds me of something. I can't quite remember what, but I'll try to remember. Oh, slow it down, yes. Ooh. We're only like halfway through the song. Where is this gonna go? I like that. Like that part. Weird like synthy background stuff. Back to the chorus, okay. This chorus is doing something that I don't really like with choruses, and I'll explain what that is later. It's one of my musical pet peeves that metalcore does a lot. Same thing that Nightmare did. Are we getting an ending breakdown? There's like a minute left, or half a minute. Oh! That's good. That brings the song up a few points, man. Dude, I love the drumming. The drumming in this album has been amazing, like all the way through. So good. All right, Aftertouch. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Wait, hang on, pause. What is that chord progression? I know that chord progression reminds me of something. You know what? It's a slightly pitched down version of one of my favorite Asking Alexandria songs, Under Denver, when it has the like I'll play a bit of it here. Listen to this. See, it's got a bit of that in it, except in a different key. And I love that song. The melody in Under Denver is amazing. Anyway, let me continue. Sorry for interrupting, but good chord progression.
There are days we seem to speak in different tones. If you're the air I breathe, then I'm the water in your lungs. I've tried to give you every reason not to stay, 'cause I know it's harder to watch and wait as I fall away.
Nice tom build up. This is really well written so far. Let's see if it does. Let's see if it does anything, or if it just goes to a generic heavy part. Let's see. I have a feeling I know where this is going, but let's see. Oh, okay. All right, kind of like a nice middle ground. Nice. Good song structure. Or a good way of differing up a common song structure. It went like verse, it felt like, I think. Or is this the chorus? Ooh. Lyrics are hitting too, man. I don't have them pulled up, but I can hear them. Oh. We're kind of lingering on the major 5 here. Really good build, all right. Ooh. These drums are so good, dude. Back to the chorus, all right, cool. Dude, the drumming is amazing in this song. That best drumming on the album in that track. Wow. All right, 2 more tracks. Fault Line and All in Vain. Let's see. Fault Line. Get ready to write my notes on this song. Cool riff. I like the harmonics. Let's see what they do with it. Okay, nice. I'm continuously impressed with this drumming. They're doing the thing I don't like with metalcore choruses again. I'll explain that at the end, so stay tuned, but it's just something everybody does. Similar drum pattern to Dissipate, but they're like that kind of like in bursts. This drummer's so good. I'm looking at the members. See if I've heard of any of them. Nope, never heard of them. Okay. Chorus. Breakdown? Cool. I think harmonics are a little overdone in metalcore these days, but it's good. Not blowing me away, but good. Nice little break section here. I love contrast, like heavy and then soft. They're doing the sing the chorus down an octave and make everything quieter trope. Okay, this melody's better. Back to the generic melody, okay. They had a good melody going there for a second. Decent song. All right, last one, All in Vain. Let's see how this ends. Ooh. Cool. They're on Sharptone Records. Who else is on Sharptone? Currents, yeah. Makes sense. It's loading. Let's see who else. Alpha Wolf. Okay, August Burns Red. Current, Crystal Lake. Don Broco, really. Amur. Holding Absence. Kingdom of Giants, Make Them Suffer. Loathe of Mice and Men. Pride Lands. I don't know Pride Lands. Some good one. Oh, Gloom in the Corner. We Came as Romans While She Sleeps. Good record label. Solid metalcore bands on there. I like this intro. It's almost like it's giving me cyberpunk vibes. Ooh. Nice. Chorus, they're doing it again. They're doing the thing I don't like. Okay, everything else but the chorus melody is good. I'll explain what that is later. After this song, I'll give my thoughts. Nice rhythmic stuff going on. Cool. Really good structure in this song. I like it. I lost the beat there for a minute. Chorus. Nice. And that's it. Good album. Good. All right. Let me get into my review. So first things first, I want to talk about what I don't like about those choruses. Because, let's see, which ones had it? Nightmare had it. Faultline had it. All in Vain had it. Dissipate had it. Yeah. Those songs were brought down by the chorus stuff and like what the chorus melody did. And basically what it is when a chorus lingers around the fifth of the key too much. Let me pull out my piano and I'll show you guys what I mean. Get this bad boy hooked up. Ugh. Takes up my entire desk. Come back here, microphone. All right, so I got some sort of setup here. Let's take All in Vain, for example. Listen to this chorus. All right, let's just to take that part. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up. All right, so here in this song, we're in the key of C minor, which is this key. All right, that's the chorus part that we just heard. Now, let's take the key of C, okay? C is right here, and let's count up 5 scale degrees in the key of C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us this G here, okay? Now, what metal choruses love to do, specifically metalcore choruses, is stick around this G and really like make this like the main focus of the chorus, like da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da 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 da, and like hang around that G or that 5th scale degree if we're in a different key. They love to do that, and I don't know, I just find it really, really boring and overplayed because so many bands have done it. They do it like all the time, and in those 4 songs that I named, it happens a lot, right? Let's listen to another one. Let's listen to Nightmare. So in Nightmare, we're in the key of D minor. I think I mentioned that already. I don't know. I just cut some stuff out because I was saying the thing without having the music pulled up. So take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the 5th scale degree in the key of D minors. Living in a nightmare. Whatever the chord progression is. And the thing is, and the reason why they write this way is because it sounds good with the chord progression, which isn't a bad thing, but I just think it's a little bit overdone. Anyway, enough of me harping on that. Let's move on and let's talk about some different things that I'm kind of iffy with. Or not iffy with, but, you know, just my different thoughts on this album. Overall, I like the album, but let me give some thoughts, all right? We'll kind of go song by song. First song, Harbinger. Great build-up. Worked as an amazing intro track to the album. I think it was really good. It's 3.5 minutes. Really good length for an intro track. Hang on, let me get OBS situated here. Yeah, really good length for an intro track. Not bad at all. Very solid. I was liking it already. And then it transitioned into Nightmare and I was sold. And even though I didn't really like the chorus of Nightmare, I really liked everything else about Nightmare. Good riff. It was melodic and memorable without being overly flashy. I feel like sometimes those tappy riffs can be a little like, and they're a little all over the place sometimes, and they're not very memorable. And they might sound cool, but I don't know. This one was memorable. Nightmare has a good riff. And like I said, not the best chorus because it lingers on that 5th scale degree and kind of works around that without doing much else melodically, but pretty good song. Parasite. Really, really good song. One of my top songs on the album. Amazing riffs. Good, like, hemiola time changes. I'm not sure if it was exactly hemiolas, which, if you don't know music, is when you have like 3 and 4 happening at the same time. I'm not gonna explain all of that, but really good time switch ups, especially in the drumming. I said it multiple times during the reaction, but the drumming was incredible throughout this whole album. The vocals sound super pissed. I said that, I think, when I was saying like my thoughts on the song as it was playing, and I wrote that down. Nice use of open pockets in the middle. It really contrasted the heavier stuff with those little like open pockets where it would like and then it like everything that kind of drops for a second. It's just like vocals and like maybe a cymbal just going, and it's like just little sections of that. I love it. Amazing breakdown and very unpredictable song structure. Really solid. Moving on to Overflow. Great chorus. One of the best choruses on the album. Vibey intro in verse 2 I wrote, so really nice, like kind of bringing it back a little bit. I really like that. The best melodies in the album so far. Amazing. I wrote that. There's amazing melodies in some later songs. We'll bring those up too. Simple but effective. The melody wasn't anything like overly trying to be something crazy. It was simple, but it was really good. If I remember correctly, I think it was just like a 3-2-1 scale degree. I forget exactly what it was, but I kind of had that in my head. I didn't write it down. I'm not going to go plunking it on the piano and spending time to try to figure that out right now. But really, really good melody. I love that simple but effective kind of style. Amazing. Unpredictable, softer song I wrote. Really, really good softer parts in that song. And then a very nice bridge and breakdown at the end. With regards, I wrote tappy riffs. Ew. Because that's kind of not my favorite kind of tappy riffs. Like, where was it? Parasite? Parasite had a good kind of more tappy riffs. But with regards, not really. But a really good chorus melody. It was saved by the melody and the chord progressions. I didn't really like the riffs, but the melody stuff in the chords was really good. Sorry, the melody stuff in the chorus, I meant. the melody in the chords in the chorus. Mwah, chef's kiss. Great. Amazing. Really, really good. Inhumane. Nice bass intro. Very bouncy. Like I said, not the biggest fan of the one-note chorus melody. I think he shouldn't have done any singing. I don't know if it's multiple people, multiple vocalists, if it's like one does screaming, one does singing. I don't know. But they should not have done singing during the chorus, because it was all very just like da 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 da. Again, I think it was on the 5th scale degree. I could be wrong. Let me check that actually. No, it wasn't on the 5th. It was just on the 1. Okay, yeah. So kind of boring, kind of underwhelming, but the guitar work and the drums and the bass and everything were really, really good. It was just the one part in the chorus I didn't really like, but the vocals other than that were super, super solid. So good job with that one. The Crossfire, good melodic taps outlining the chords well. This is the kind of tappy stuff that I like. Let me pull this one up again. Listen to this intro part. I'm not hitting the pitches at all. Whatever they are, I have to listen more carefully to hear that. But that part I really, really like. It's really good because it's outlining the chords that are happening in like the rhythm guitars and stuff. It's outlining those chords really, really well, and it sounds really good. So what key are we in? Let me pull my piano stuff again. Get this going. I wanna figure this out. Why I like this. That's why I like it. It's in my favorite key, F sharp minor. And then you had like the whatever the notes are in the melody that. But yeah, F sharp minor is my favorite key. So that sold me already. But like really, really good use of those taps to outline those chords. It just sounds really, really good. Really good ambience too. I liked the intro into the heavy verse in that song. Great chorus I wrote, tied with Overflow for my favorite chorus at the time of listening. I'll have to listen to the album a few times because it takes me a few listens to decide my favorite songs, and like some songs grow on me and I really like them even more on subsequent listens, but I'll have to see. Moving on, Dissipate. I wrote good drumming, boring chorus. Again, 5th scale degree lingering on that makes the chorus a little bit boring. Not the best fan of that. The drum pattern on this reminded me of something. I couldn't remember what. I'm sure there's plenty of metal songs that use that kind of drum pattern where it's like the brr, brr, kind of punches at you with the machine gun rapid fire, brr, brr, like that kind of thing. But it reminded me of a few other different songs. And amazing ending breakdown, I wrote. Really solid breakdown on that track as well. After Touch, chord progression reminds me of Under Denver, where Under Denver is more like this. It's kind of like that sort of chord progression. And this one is in, what key is this in? Let me figure this out. Yeah, that's it. Under Denver is more here. And this song is a whole step down. Like that kind of stuff. But really good chord progression. That's one of the chord progressions that I really love. And Under Denver is just one of the songs that use it. It's not the only one, but it's one of the main ones that sticks out in my head when I think about it. But really, really good. I liked this song. I would have preferred, and I'll get to this when I talk about the album as a whole, but I would have preferred that it stayed chill the whole time. But I really like what they did with the build. So it changed really, really well, even though I would have preferred a chill song. Nice build, but the breakdown left me wanting more. But drumming, as always, amazing. I just wrote like all caps, amazing drumming. Fault Line, cool intro riff, but another fifth focused melody. Did not like that. The melody at the ending, sort of in like the bridge interlude section before the final chorus, was better, but then it went back to that fifth focused melody and I was like, oh boy, here we go again. And then All in Vain, another fifth focused chorus, but a really cool cyberpunky intro, like I said. Great build to the first verse, fun rhythms, a really good build up to the ending for an album closer, but I'm not sure how well this works as an album outro, like by itself. It's kind of weird. Like it feels like they try to do something, but it's weird. And that kind of brings me into my thoughts to the album as a whole. Now, the way that I listen to music is I don't really have playlists. I don't really go into playlists and listen to playlists. I listen to albums front to back all the way through. If I want to get to a certain song, I have to start from the beginning song in the album and go all the way through. It's probably some mental condition. I probably have like ADD or something that makes me do that, but I can't just pull out a single from an album and listen to it. I don't even like listening to singles on their own. I like listening to just full albums. So if a single comes out and it's really, really good, I'll listen to it a few times, but I'll wait to listen to it in the context of the album as a whole. And I think I talked about that a little bit with my Veljarta Ilva reaction, where I said I'm going to listen to it a little bit more, but I'm going to wait for the album or EP to come out and listen to the whole thing all together and hear it in the context of the album and how it fits in. Because my favorite kinds of albums, like I mentioned a little bit in the intro, are the ones that flow start to finish. Even if they have a few breakups, it's fine, but I really like ones that have variety. And I feel like this song, or this album, while good, doesn't have that variety I was looking for. My favorite album last year was Color Decay by The Devil Wears Prada. And I know some people will be like, what, how was that your favorite album? But something about it just hit me. And the time I was listening to it, the headspace I was in when I was listening to it, it just hit me really well. And something that that album does really well is flow. It flows together really well. The songs work together really well. The placement of the songs in the album is intentional. Like you have, it starts off with, let me pull it up real quick, sorry. And this isn't going to turn into a review of Color Decay, maybe I'll do that later, but it starts with Exhibition, which works as a really good intro song, goes into Salt, then you have a few songs like Watchtower and Noise, then it goes into Broken, which is a little bit slower, Sacrifice, which picks up amazing breakdown at the end, Trapped, Time, 25, really emotional tracks there, Fire, which kind of slows the entire thing down. Fire is a straight up pop song, which is amazing. Hallucinate, heaviest song on the album, and then Cancer, which is an unbelievably tear-jerking emotional outro track for that album. With the I hope it's cancer, and then like the lyrics after that where you're like, why is he wishing that it's cancer? Not going to spoil it, go listen to the album, but I just think that album is a really, really solid really solid example of a metalcore album where the songs really work together, and the way that they're put together and where they're placed in the album is intentionally thought about and works together really well. And the songs are all very different. I felt with this album that the songs sounded a little bit samey, and you could really shuffle them anywhere with the exception of maybe like the ending song, and it wouldn't make much of a difference in the album altogether. It would just sort of sound the same or similar at least. So that I feel is a little bit of a letdown. There are a few songs in here which are really, really solid. Overflow, Inhumane, despite the chorus, still a really, really good track. Nightmare well, Harbinger and Nightmare you kind of have to listen to together because of the way that Harbinger flows into Nightmare, but that's another really good. Aftertouch, really, really solid. Crossfire, great chorus. Those songs I think are my favorites, and then the rest, take them or leave them. I think they're good. It's good, but it's not amazing. Overall, I would give this album a solid 8.5. Really good metalcore album, really well done, good music, but with a few shortcomings that I'm not such a big fan of, and some tropes in metalcore that I don't really like as much. But what I'm looking for in music is experimentation. I love stuff where bands take risks and bands try new things, and there's a little bit of that coming through with some of the synthy elements, and a lot more bands are trying that nowadays. But I just think overall, really solid album, but it could have been more. I wouldn't put this on a top 5 of favorite albums of the year, but I would definitely put it on like a top 20 list. It's a really solid album. I'll have to give it a few more listens and see what I think of it after more listening, because Color Decay, I didn't even really vibe with that the first time I listened to it as much, but on repeat listens, it became my favorite album of the year. So my opinions can change vastly over time, so we'll see. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the reaction video, you are amazing, and I thank you for sticking through this whole video, because I know a lot of people don't. But hey, leave a like, subscribe, comment what you thought about the album, what your rating would be, if you think my points are valid, if they make sense to you, if you like the songs despite some of the things that I dislike about them, because at the end of the day, music is subjective, and this is just my personal opinion, right? This isn't like a right or wrong, end all be all, I have the final say on music or anything because I'm making a reaction video on YouTube. No, it's just whatever you like, you like. Some people really like this kind of stuff. Some of it doesn't vibe with me, but I like it overall. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll check you around. I'll see you. Whatever, I'm losing my mind now. I'll see you in the next reaction video. Bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy your lives. Whatever. Bye.